Laura, I'm about to show you every single essential supplies that you need for your clothing business because you're my best friend and I promise to show you how to start your clothing business in 30 days. If you're new to this channel, welcome to the How to Start a Clothing Business in 30 Days series. Today is day 6 and what we'll be looking at is everything you need to start your new female clothing business as a beginner. We cannot start a new episode without first going over the last episode you might have missed out on. I'm talking about day 5's video where we discussed how to figure out the best type of logo for your new clothing business as a beginner. I've linked it to the description box, and if you check the top right corner of this video now, you will see it linked too. The summary of the video is we discussed why it is important to have the right type of clothing business logo. Next, we looked at the key elements that makes a clothing business logo classy. Then we looked at the best types of logo to use for your clothing business. And finally, the 3 ways to create the perfect logos for your clothing business. In today's video, we'll be looking at the important or essential supplies that you need to start your clothing business, and I have decided to group them into these parts. The first one is must have clothing essentials. The second one is must have supplies for your packaging. The third one is must have supplies for your shipping. And lastly, the supplies you need for your clothing business promotion. I'll also show you where you can find everything that I will mention in this video. First, you need manufacturers for the clothes you want to sell. Notice how I said manufacturers instead of manufacturer. That wasn't a mistake. You need more than one manufacturer for your clothing business. Whether you opt for the business model where you buy pre-made clothes in wholesale or you want to start your own clothing line, you need good factories that can supply your business at this beginner stage and also when you scale to buying thousands of clothes per month. You can find the manufacturers on different platforms, but this is where you will find the contact details of some vetted and verified manufacturers for different clothing business niches here. I'm talking clothing manufacturers who make high-end clothes, fast fashion, casual clothes, specific event clothes, and other niches like activewear, streetwear, loungewear, and so on. You find their contact details as well as other information in these kits. I'll leave the link to the kit in the description. Second, you need a clothing rack to store your inventory. This clothing rack could be in your store warehouse if you plan to have a physical boutique, or in your house if you plan to sell from there. You need the rack to stay organized, and it will be easier for you to see the pieces that are sold out or about to be sold out when they are displayed on the rack. You can find the clothing rack in your local supermarket or on Amazon, or you could get a carpenter to help you with it. An alternative to clothing rack is to get a medium to large table where you can arrange the clothes, your inventory. I've had clients who prefer to arrange their inventories on tables. I have also have those who prefer the racks, and then there are also those who would just leave them in different storage baskets. So find out what you prefer and get that. Third, you need steaming irons. This one is very optional depending on the type of clothes you want to sell, but from experience, sometimes some clothes in your shipments might come rumpled up from the manufacturers and you would need to straighten things out with the steam irons. Again, this depends on the materials or fabrics of the clothes you want to sell. You can find the steam irons on Amazon or your local supermarket. For this part of the video, you need 4 things. The first one is clothing tags. If you're launching your own clothing line, having your clothing tags with your logo or branding offers a nicer touch to the clothes. There are different types of tags that you could get depending on the type of clothes you're selling. And I happen to know a couple of custom packaging manufacturers who deal specifically in clothing tags. They offer quite a large range of tags that you could choose from. They work very well with beginners like yourself, and their contact details are in these business fashion kits that I will be linking in the description box. The next thing you'll be needing will obviously be tagging guns. You need them for the tags. It's not possible to add tags to the cloth without these. So you can find them in your local supermarket, or I suggest that you try Amazon. I think the manufacturers and the kits sell them. I will need to confirm this, but by the time this video goes up, I would have confirmed it, and if they don't, they will be included. Next, you need poly bags. Poly bags come in different sizes and variations. So if you're on a budget, you could opt for the transparent kinds. If you want something more personal to your business, I suggest you go for the custom ones. You could draw inspiration from Pinterest or TikTok and send them to the manufacturers in the kit to replicate it for you. The last packaging supply that you need are custom boxes. This is optional, but it's ideal for people who are willing to invest in their brand's packaging. Having a custom box with your brand's logo or slogan written on it elevates your brand's experience and vibe. But if you're on a street budget and you cannot afford these custom boxes, you could stick to the poly bags I spoke about earlier. You'll find the manufacturers that are specialized in making these custom boxes in the business kits. For this part of the video, we'll be looking at supplies that you need to ship your business orders safely and smartly. The first thing you need is a label printer. When you get orders, you need a label printer to automatically print out the details of the order. And you need a printer that does the job right. I recommend a thermal printer, and you can find different thermal printer brands that you can choose from on Amazon or your local supermarket. The next thing you need in order to use the printer would obviously be thermal labels. The reason why most people prefer this type of labels is because of how easy it is to open the sticker part of the label. You need to check Amazon or your local supermarket for the labels. Next, you need shipping boxes. You need to get them in different sizes. Think about customers that might buy more than 3 outfits from your store. But remember that these boxes also add weight to your shipping fee. If you're using a shipping company to send your client's order, so include that on your website. Next, you need a scale, a measuring scale to know the weight of the clothes, the boxes, and everything else so that you can calculate your shipping fee accurately, especially when using a courier company to handle your client's order. You may get those kitchen scale. I personally prefer them because it's always accurate. You also find this on Amazon or your local supermarket. Next, you need custom tapes with your logo or transparent tapes. You need the tapes for the shipping boxes. You could customize them with your logo, or you could use those transparent ones. There's also the option of buying those tapes with the fragile warning signs on them if you want that too. To use the tapes, you're going to need a tape gun. It's less stressful to use a tape gun than cutting up the tapes manually with a scissors every time you need to pack an order, or worse, your bare hands. It just makes things go faster and smoother. You'll find the tape guns on Amazon or check your local supermarket. First, you need business cards or thank you cards. Having business cards is not compulsory, but do I recommend it? Yes, absolutely. Is having a thank you card compulsory? Again, it isn't. However, it's a nice thing to add to your customer's package. You don't even have to do too much. You could start with handwritten cards to make your first set of customers feel closer to you. Just try it out. If you do try out the professionally made business cards and you want the manufacturers that can make them, the custom manufacturers in our business kits are more than capable to do it exactly how you would like it. Next, you need custom stickers. It could be thank you stickers or my personal favorite and the one most of my clients opt for, discount code stickers, so that customers are motivated to come back to your brand. While these stickers are great for promoting your business, if you want to learn how to promote your clothing business using the framework and strategies that our one-on-one clients learned to use to start and grow successful clothing businesses, I urge you to join our Start Your Business program. Next, you need mannequins. I recommend custom made mannequins because you could use them to display your clothes, especially if you don't have the budget for models or influencer marketing. It's hygienic and easier to film on the mannequins. Since they are custom made, you need a manufacturer to make these for you. I don't know if there are manufacturers in the kit who sell these. I believe they are, but if there aren't any, the team in charge of this might see to it before this video is posted. Although the students who will join our Start Your Business program will definitely get access to a manufacturer that does this for sure. The last thing I believe you need are these portable lights or ring lights for filming. You need good lighting. And if your business space doesn't already have that, then you need these portable light sources. You'll find them online or on Amazon. I mentioned the Start Your Business program earlier. It's a 7 weeks program for serious beginners like you interested in starting your own clothing business. If you know you want more guidance and support for your clothing business up until you launch, the program was created for that. I understand that you want to start your business and succeed at your first try. You also want to know exactly what other successful clothing business owners did to get where they currently are. The program teaches all of that and more. What you're looking at is a sneak peek of what you will learn about your business in week 1 of the program. Then in week 2, this is what you can expect. There is more, and I'll leave the link to our landing page where you can get more information about the program in the description box. You may go there and check it out. If you have any question about the program, feel free to reach out to us via any of our social media accounts and email, just not the collaboration email. I would equally like to invite you to join our inner circle. It's our newsletter actually, and it's also the only way that you can get updates on all our offers, our freebies, and exclusive news before our community here sees or hears about them. I'll also leave the link to it in the description box. In the next video, which is the day 7 of this series, I'll be discussing how much it really takes to start a clothing business. If you have any questions so far, feel free to leave them in the comment section. I'm always happy to reply them. Thank you for making it this far into the video. I see you now and I hope to see you in the next one. Laura.